Okay, let's try that one more time. So we're going to start in the C triads over here. I'm going to start with the C triads with 3, 5, root, 3, 5, root, 3. Remember, warping up the top two strings. Now we're going to substitute the E shape in for the fourth, and we're going to play root, starting root there. Remember, F's going to be the root, so it's 3, root, 3, 5, root, 3, 5. I know C is the fifth, and then up to root. Now we're going to substitute the G shape in for the fifth. So let's look at that G shape. I'm going to start there. E is going to be the sixth of that G shape. It's going to be root, 3, 5, root, and then warped over, 3, 5, root. So that's the two substitutions we've done for the fourth and the fifth into the C box. So all we had to do, now remember, if we want to play a root G, the string shapes were the same for the G. Remember, see, so the G shape in the C in the original C root triad, the G shape was just root. Over here, when we substituted the G shape, it was still just root. The E shape was just root additionally, and when we got to that in the original arpeggio, it was the same thing, just root there. So we're just going to be substituting two of the five shapes for the fourth and the fifth into, and you have to know which shape it is. That's why we have the tripentatonics. Okay, so the tripentatonics are over here. So again, for the E, the tripentatonics, and then it's for the C box, rather, we're over here, C box, it's C cross E cross G. 1, 4, 5, and it should be written up over right here. 1 cross 4 cross 5. Alright? Okay, so we've done the substitution for the majors. The substitution for the minors requires one extra step. So let's say we're doing we're in the key of C and we want to play the C minor. There's no substitution there. We just go 3, 6, root. Instead of root 3, 5, we're going root 3, 6 for the A minor. When we want to get to the second minor and the third minor, we're going to substitute the same thing. We're going to substitute the fourth and the fifth and then do the minor string shape. So we'll do the same thing we just did. So let's look at it. We'll review a little. We have the root in C here. We got 3, 6, root. We're doing an A minor here. Okay, and that just outlined an A minor, right? Play an A minor, please. Cold fingers. Okay. Now, when we want to go to what are we going to do? We're going to go to A minor to D minor to E minor, right? So when we want to go to the D minor, we have to substitute the fourth again, but now we're going to play the minors on that fourth. It's a little hard to see here because we're not warped up into that D minor shape, but let's play it. So we got root 3, 6, root 3, 6 is warped up. There's our D minor shape, and then minor third from 6 to root there. So there's our D minor triad. We just substituted the fourth there, and we'll substitute the fifth to get the E minor triad. We'll start on 6 because E's the sixth of G, so it's 6, root, 3, 6, root. Right there's our E minor triad anyway. You know, our nice easy E minor. 6, root, 3, 6, root. 3 comes warped up for us, third of it of G is B, and then the 6th again is E. So that's how that substitution works, and you want to be able to do that in all 5 shapes. So if we start in, say, like the D shape, I don't know why we keep on harping on the D shape, but we start in the D shape. So here's the D shape, the D diatonic on my guitar. And that's formed by doing a D-shaped pentatonic. Okay, now let's jump over to the D box because we're going to need it. We're going to need the D box here. So it's D cross G cross A. So then we do a D-shaped pentatonic, and then an A-shaped pentatonic. Put them all together and you get like that. There's our 1, 4, 5 for the D box. So here we are again. We're just going to do the same exact thing in the D box here, you know, to be able to play that substitution. All right, I forgot what we were doing. Are we going to do an E minor, or do we want to do a D minor or an A minor? An A minor, we could play it right off like this. Okay, so my computers will get doing little things. So the A minor, we could play it right off. So it's 3, 6, root, 3, and then the 6 is warped up, root again, and 3 again. So now we want to go to the 4th of the D, which is the G shape. We're going to substitute the G shape from here. Okay, so starting from down here, all right, hopefully starting from down here, we're going to have 6 root, because remember, D is going to be the 6th of the substituted 4th in the key of C is F. So it's going to go 6 root 3 6 root. Okay, now what shape does that look like? 3 there, and then 6 root. If you're in the D shape and you want to go to the I guess to the its relative 6th to get that D minor, you're in a D-shaped root there. I thought we wanted to go to the 4th. Yeah, we're in G shape rather. We're in G shape 4th. We want to go to its relative. Move ahead one my lameness. One caged member, so it's G goes to E, and there's our E minor shaped relative 6 of the 4th substitution, which is the D minor. It's E minor shaped, right? Because you go ahead one letter in that G in the cage word, C-A-G-E, so it's E minor shaped. Okay, it's a lot to follow. There's that one extra step when you're when we're getting to the minors. So if you play it right off here and just warp it, you're just getting the relative 6 of the majors. But if you substitute in the G, okay, so we must have been in D because we substituted G. Now the 5th of D is A shape. Once again, we want to catch that E minor. So here's our A shape right here. Now look at it this way. You got an A shaped 5th. Okay, it's going to be a G minor shaped E minor. And we'll just cut to the chase there. Here's your G minor shaped D minor. Look at it. Right there, G minor shaped D minor. So we're going to play that A shape. Now, we're looking at the 5th there. Okay, so we're started in what? The D box. We're likely going to start on this 5th here, which is the D. Hopefully that'll work. So we're going to actually start on its 6th because E is the 6th of what? We are substituting in. We're in the